So the West, the U.S.-led-West, the embassies that are sitting in Kenya have issued a joint statement, and the Gen Z, the Kenyan people, have responded to that. Now it's really interesting, to read that. Hello, I am Mahlet, Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent. Now we're following what's happening in Kenya, and yesterday here on our live session with Kwame Gonza, we raised a question of why did not the West, did not save Ruto, or because Ruto has been such a servant and such an errand boy to the West, and why they are so quiet? Why did not they come and defend him? And those of you who have been here, you have listened what we have said. But in addition, now I'm going to go ahead and then share you. There was actually, as of last night, the embassies, the West embassies, including the U.S., it's the U.S.-led-West anyway, okay, when we say the West, have issued a statement. And I'm going to share with you that. And then the Generation Z has responded to that. Now, first, let's read what these embassies have issued together. Look, this is what it says. As friends and partners to Kenya, we note that Kenya's constitution guarantees the right to peaceful protest. All actors have the responsibility to respect, uphold, promote, and fulfill the principles of democracy and the rule of law, particularly by ensuring a proportionate security response. We are a proportionate security response. There are some keywords to take, okay? Now, we are deeply concerned by the violence witnessed in many parts of the country during the recent protests, and are especially shocked by the scenes witnessed outside the Kenyan parliament. Okay? Deeply concerned. We regret the tragic loss of life and injuries sustained, including by the use of live fire. We welcome the statement released by the Honorable Chief Justice Martha Koome and are deeply concerned by allegations of abductions of protesters. There are more than around, I think, 400 people have been arrested. It goes on. We welcome civic engagement by all Kenyans, in particular the youth, in addressing issues of vital public concern. We call for restraint. We call for restraint on all sides and encourage all leaders to find peaceful solutions through the constructive dialogue. Now, this statement was issued by countries, embassies representing, look, it says United Kingdom, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Norway, Estonia, Sweden, Romania, United States of America, basically the European Union, the Canada, and US. That's there you have it. Okay, so this is what they issued. Now it's really, I can't wait for you. What did Generation Z said? Let us go and try to find that. I will just share and the reflection, I'm gonna leave it for you. These people have really moral to do this anyway. Kenya have this foreign military bases. You have the British military, you have the US military, AFRICOM, in various places of Kenya. And also you have as well, recently Kenya became the major non-NATO ally. So that by itself gives Kenya a certain level of protection. And that's why they are here. If the government is, such an obeyant, can we say, obeyant is a very good term, who is, serving to the West, then those militaries can come and, just to defend in order to make him stay in power, they can act against the people. And this has happened in Ivory Coast, Now let's read this. Hopefully you can Maybe I'm gonna read it, or let me just get it. Oh, this is really hard, but I'm gonna read it for you. Maybe that is better. Now, this is it. Dear ambassadors and high commissioners. Okay, it starts like that. Okay. Excuse, dear ambassadors and high commissioners, excuse our emotions. During a time when leaders enjoyed opulence funded by taxpayers' money, your silence was notable. You invited our outgoing president multiple times to your countries for discussions you could hold online, and for loans we did not approve. When a voice was needed, you did not rise to the occasion. Now, you position yourselves as friends and partners. We know you. You are the main reason we are in problems. As we speak, 400 of our men have gone to Haiti to die. You charge exorbitant fees for visa applications for Africans, whether successful or not. No African country charges you for language tests. Our senior leaders, who we refer to as puppets, have entertained you for long. Well, say hello to Gen Z. They are telling them, here they come. And so it continues. Now, you say you are shocked by the violence, yet you take sides at the same time. The challenge we face today stem from your collective and various historical decisions, such as the division of Africa and the creation of senseless African borders, for which we are yet to see any public acknowledgement or remorse. Current leaders have continued the legacy left by colonization, adhering to its modernized framework. That's neocolonialism there. Continue. Did you practice engagement, civic engagement during colonial times? No. Did you call for restraint to encourage peaceful solutions? No. Please excuse us as we reorganize our house. And written by Kenyans. So that is the response of Gen Z for the joint statement written by the U.S.-Led-West. So I'm going to leave it there. What you have to say, about this. I mean, whether they're supposed to write it or not, because I was really asking here, Kwame, that why they are so quiet. So they have issued, and it's very tricky, their statement. If you have paid attention, there's a keyword that says, the non-proportionate. Okay, they're saying maybe the government should not have used, or maybe at the back door they are also advising him shoot at them. But of course they want to be now to think that they are playing, to demonstrate that they are playing a fair game, just for the youth, and then also for the president, and that we welcome his speech, the engagement of the youth, and that. So yeah, what do you think the intention? Now, I think that's the question. I'm going to leave it for you. What do you think the intention of this statement? Let me see in the comment section what you are saying here. Yeah. Good evening. Hello, said this Greta Woodson, Mohammed. Hello. That's against international law on non-interference in internal affairs of other states. The collective West does it all the time. Yeah, it's no man's land in Africa, that isn't it? I mean, they have their their military base anyway in the countries, in most of African countries. So why shouldn't they write this? Common man said, they basically said, you Kenyans need to be good little boys and girls of your going to make us upset. who in the hell do they think they are? Well, the West has, yeah, that's what I said. They have some nerves to compose that and to write. Or do they want this to go worse? Maybe they want, you never know, how they think, these people. You really have to think deep. Maybe they're provoking the youth so that these protests go against their embassies and they want to take action using the military that they have. I mean, it's open in various ways what this could be. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna share with you now just the video from last night, me and Kwame, where we discussed why the West is not saving him, and then I'm gonna close it that way. But before I go away, I want to say, please. At 9 o'clock Central European time, we will be live again talking about the Julian Assange, one who's just released, and African media related to that. So it will be Kwame here with us. It's 7 p.m. Ghana time, 3 p.m. Eastern time in the US. Eastern African time, it is 10 p.m. What else? West African time, it will be Central African time, it will be 8 p.m. So there you have it. But stay tuned. And yeah, we will see you again. For now, I want to share this, so that it reminds us what we discussed yesterday related to this, when I asked him why the West is not saving Ruto. Kwame, yeah, without further ado, I hope you heard my question. I was saying, what is that specific, why the West did not save him? Some of them, they were saying here, Biden is more worried about his election, or what about, why not the West, why not Europe? Tell us just very briefly, because we have spent enough time on the second question.
Okay, thank you, Mahlet. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm having challenges with the network. It has interrupted. The network has really interrupted our beautiful program. But I hope you can hear me.
We see you, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So what we are seeing also is that if the West has not said anything, these are just signs of the contradictions within the system. So according to the Western world, when they are talking about democracy, when you vote, ideally is supposed to make you happy. You're supposed when you vote a government, that government is supposed to ideally deliver the goods to you as the people who have voted. So this is the democratic system which they present to us, and then even in some cases they force it on people militarily. The United States comes and forces it on people, like how we saw in Iraq, in Libya, and other countries. Syria. They want to force it on you. So this system, when it is not working now, like we have seen, the people just elected Ruto, or supposedly other people, of course, said he was not elected. There's a way he rigged the elections. But other people, of course, say the West helped him to come to power. But either way, he's just been there for a year. So if he is facing all these challenges, then he shows the contradictions in the system. He shows that the system is not working. And of course, for them, whenever you have a problem, even if they have used you, they can turn against you anytime. To give you an example, we can look at Mobutu Sese Seko when he was brutalizing the people in the Democratic Republic of Congo and stealing from the country. He was a friend of the Reagan administration in the United States. He was a big friend of the Reagan administration. Okay, so when we talk about President Saddam Hussein, he was a big friend of the United States. When they were trying to attack, Iran. So you can see that they give you support when it is convenient, but when you get in trouble yourself, they will not say anything. So that is why they are not saying anything, because they don't have what to say. They did not even condemn his government, because they are now pampering him. They have been pampering him. and moving with him, and trying to show as if he's very important. So if it was a different president, if it was Uganda or some other country, they would come out and say, oh, the people have a right to demonstrate. They would issue those kind of statements, those hypocritical statements, which they normally issue, and say the people have a right to demonstrate, the freedom of speech, freedom of demonstration. But because Ruto is their boy, is their errand boy, then they can't say anything to him. They are not saying anything to him. So I think this, of course, is symptomatic of the hypocrisy which they have, the contradictions in their system, their so-called democratic system, which they are imposing on Africa, and its limits, of course, in the in what it can deliver. So the promises, the ideal, the idealism is different from reality. So this is what we are seeing as being demonstrated. Therefore, they don't, they will not respond. In that case, they will not respond anything. They will not say anything.
Okay, no, we got it. Thank you, and so that was what we have discussed with Kwame with regards to that, and some of you have, responded how the US is already busy and they will not say anything. They have enough days or bloods in their hand with what's happening in the Middle East. So interesting, but let us know what is the motivation. It looks tricky where they are trying to position themselves between the people and the president. So yeah. Anyway, we will see you again. Have you noticed democracy and security are always spoken of together? What is being secured? Colonialism, I think, exactly. Yeah, true. Greta Woodson. Hello, I said hello to everyone. Dijuma, Mumale, Ramasodi, Greta Woodson, Siendes, Mohammed, Musa Ali, Common Man. Thank you very much. And I have to prepare myself, so I need to say bye to you and see you in half an hour. Okay? Bye bye. Thanks again.